Hey everyone, welcome back to Sonic Poison TV. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Negative Approach EP, also known as the Linda Blair EP, due to the cover being taken from the movie The Exorcist, starring Linda Blair as Regan, the girl on the cover here who gets possessed by a demon. Anyway, this EP was Negative Approach's debut release, coming out in 1982 on Touch and Go Records. And while this was their debut, they did have a song on the Process of Elimination compilation 7-inch, which Touch and Go put out as well about a year earlier. I haven't got a copy of that EP yet, but would love to pick a copy up one day. So the EP is considered a classic of 80s hardcore punk and is highly influential to many bands that came afterwards. The EP itself is 10 songs in less than 10 minutes, which is exactly what you want when it comes to hardcore punk, in my opinion. The songs are short, fast, raw, and really visceral. The EP really flies out of the gates with Can't Tell No One, which is the opening track, and probably my favourite from the EP. Just the non-stop galloping drums and the gang vocals on what I guess is the chorus just really sets up the EP nicely. It then goes into Sick of Talk, followed by the 10-second blaster that is Pressure, then Why Be Something That You're Not, before the A-side closes out with Nothing, which is the longest song on the EP, coming in just under 2 minutes. It is probably also the rawest song of the lot, that finishes with an almost desperate cry of nothing to close out the song. An absolute ripper as well. The B-side is no different really. Ready to Fight and Negative Approach are probably the two standouts for me. I know a lot of people consider this to be the greatest hardcore record or EP of all time, and it's kind of hard to disagree with that. If there's a better record than this, then I can't think of it off the top of my head. So the copy I've got here is the first pressing, which is easily distinguishable by the black and white labels on the record here. I believe there was originally 1,000 of these pressed, and some first pressings also include a handwritten note on the inside of the sleeve, which the band did before they assembled the sleeves. You can see mine here has a little drawing of a woman with the words Punk Nation written next to it. Punk Nation was actually the title of a song from John Brennan's pre-Negative Approach band called Static, and I've got it on pretty good authority that this picture was most likely drawn by Larissa Stolachuk, the lead singer of the band L7, who also had a 7-inch released on Touch and Go Records, and she's also got credits on the song lead song, which is kind of cool. So copies of this also came with a double-sided insert that you can see here, lyrics on one side so you can sing along while blasting this at home, and then on the reverse is just some photos from what appears to be a live gig. Some copies of this also came with a small Touch and Go flyer, but unfortunately my copy is missing that one. If you've got a spare, reach out. I'm sure we could work on a deal if you want to swing one of those my way. So a weird thing about first pressings is that the labels are swapped on all copies. So while this says side 2, it actually contains the side 1 tracks, and then what was meant to be side 1 contains side 2 tracks. Pretty weird. I don't think this is an issue on any of the subsequent pressings, but yeah, could be wrong about that. So there are a number of subsequent pressings of this, all of which have different coloured labels and some variations on the cover design as well. The second press has red labels, and the cover I think is almost identical to the first pressing here. I think the next pressing has blue labels with the awkward looking drawing of the cover, and there are some more recent represses which come with green or purple labels, and I think both of those are also available on green and purple vinyl. And here is the fourth pressing with the green labels. This is the black vinyl version. Yeah, pretty faithfully done to the original. As you can see, this actually has a redrawn cover, which I think we can all agree is a lot better than the third pressing. This version also includes the remastered audio, and I'm not sure when the remaster was done, but I think it's been available on all the represses since the third pressing, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, the remaster sounds really good, and these are fairly easy to pick up compared to the original pressing. And so that's the Negative Approach 7-inch. Easily in my top 5 favorite hardcore records from the 80s. What do you think? What's your pick for best hardcore record? Is it this? Is it something else? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, until the next one, see you guys.